Hi, my name is Jazmin Muratalla-Sanchez. I am an IMC student working with marketing program this year. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Alana, McCleese. I just graduated in the spring from the marketing program, and it took me 5 years, but I also did a psychology degree as well. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here with us. This is kind of an interesting question, but it is Thanksgiving coming up soon. So we were wondering, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dessert and why?
I think I'm gonna have to go with the classic pumpkin pie. I just have memories of we would get like the huge Costco pumpkin pie, and then everyone else would make the little pie, so we would just have a lot of pie.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Yeah. When you were a student here at Western, what pushed you specifically to do Western's marketing program?
Yeah, so I grew up watching my mom start and grow her small business, and so I think that really inspired me to start a few of my own when I was younger. And so I kind of enjoyed those creative aspects of my own businesses. So like I created logos, labels for my products, and like a website and everything. And so when I was here, I just thought the mix of those two interests and skills would be great for the marketing degree.
That makes sense. I personally kind of have a similar experience.
Oh, cool.
I wanted to do design, and everyone was like, "Oh, you should do business." So I was
Yeah.
like, "This makes sense," and so I picked marketing as well. When you were here at Western, what was your most impactful class that you had in marketing?
Yeah, I think definitely integrated marketing communications, IMC. I actually had the chance to be a product editor or manager, I don't know what you guys call it now, but for 2 quarters, and I managed a small team, and I created curated content for the program. I then became the managing editor of Applied IMC, and then I also had a great but also challenging experience in that class, leading my managers and their teams as well.
Yeah, cool. Do you believe that your most impactful marketing class is the most important marketing class that you've had in today's marketing environment now that you're working and doing marketing?
Yeah, I think I'd say so. It was one of the only classes that I was able to use things that I learned in that class in outside of school, like in my job. Actually, I referenced the creative brief that we learned about almost every day, especially with some of my clients that I have at one of my current jobs. And I also like that it gave me real experience in the marketing field. When I was a manager, I actually worked with a real business to create ads. I had practice managing a team. And I also presented to Spotify, which is a really cool networking experience, I think. So I got to put all these cool experiences on my LinkedIn and like resume and portfolio and things like that.
Yeah, that's super cool. With like the marketing industry always like changing, and it's probably different than from when you were studying. What concept or topic was not taught to you while you were here at Western that maybe you think is something that maybe future students should consider or maybe think about in the current day with like the marketing industry as a whole?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about this a little bit, and I'm not sure if this is exactly that, but I ended up working with SEO, but in the e-commerce world, which when I took the digital marketing class here, the SEO focus was, I think, mostly on like content creation and not products. So yeah, I think it was also before like the boom of online shopping and e-commerce during COVID, so that may have played a role in that as well. But I think, yeah, as e-commerce is a lot more popular now, maybe that would be something to keep in mind, just SEO for products.
It's pretty popular right now. There's a lot of people that I know that are taking digital marketing, and I think it's one of the more useful classes going on right now. So fast forwarding to present day, where is it that you currently work right now?
Yeah, I actually have 2 jobs. I am the art director at Vespertine Boutique, and also the marketing director at Clarity. And should I tell you a little bit about those? Okay. So at Vespertine, I manage the digital merchandising and kind of UI of the e-commerce website. Mm-hmm. So basically, my job is to create a branded and functional experience for our shoppers. And then at Clarity, I lead the core marketing strategy and efforts. Mm-hmm. So that means, for me, I distribute newsletters, I upkeep with the website, and do advertising campaigns, and do some like analytic work as well.
Okay, so you do like a lot of everything.
Yeah.
That's actually super cool. Well, I guess you could probably answer this separately for each of your jobs, but what are your daily like tasks? Like, what would your day-to-day look like for each of those positions?
Yeah. So they're both small businesses, so that's kind of interesting too. Mm-hmm. And both jobs are kind of supervisory, so they allow me to take the lead on a lot of projects. Mm-hmm. That I definitely got practice from IFC. Mm-hmm. So for Vespertine, I think, as I said, I work a lot with e-commerce, SEO, visual merchandising, and also some web design stuff. And I do a lot of like finding and optimizing photos for the website. Mm-hmm. What else? Making sure like our products have up-to-date information and they're categorized in the right places so they'll show up correctly for our customers. Mm-hmm. Creating like curated collections, mm-hmm. product collections, things like that. And then for Clarity, let's see. I use the creative brief a lot for Clarity. Mm-hmm. So some of my daily tasks, though, are a lot of checking things. So I check like MailChimp, Squarespace mm-hmm. For new subscribers. I will check Google Analytics just to see what's happening there. Check on any ads that we have running, and I'll do like quarterly reports on the performance of all those things, basically. Mm-hmm. And then I will add to our editorial calendar where our employees kind of can help us with our newsletter content as well.
Okay, cool. It's a lot, but it's so important to like consider, and amazing that even later after you graduated, a class like RMC was able to help you with your current job. Are there any skills or things that you had to learn while on the job that maybe you didn't know beforehand while you were in school?
Yeah, I think a lot of the work for Vespertine, the kind of creative, like visual merchandising and web design, I definitely mm-hmm. had to learn on the job. Like you, I also wanted to do the design major, mm-hmm. so I didn't actually learn any of those tactical skills in the marketing degree. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I had to learn that aspect on the job.
Yeah, would you say that maybe it's a skill that maybe marketers should consider maybe doing in their free time, or try to learn more about design or maybe more creative sort of skills?
Yeah, I think so. It's a really big part of marketing. I think even if you're not the one who's creating, I don't know, the pictures or whatever you're posting, mm-hmm. things like that, it's good to just know good practices, I guess, and like what looks good together and what will pop and get people to look at your things. Okay. So
yeah. So how did you get to those two positions? I don't know if there's maybe separate stories to each one, but yeah.
There's kind of a few stories. They're both. I'm really grateful that both of them I got through my connections, mm-hmm. and both positions actually really changed drastically after I like honed in on my marketing skills and interests. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's a cool thing about working for small businesses that your roles will change a lot over time, and you have to work in every section of the business too, and be really flexible. Mm-hmm. So Clarity, that's actually the small business that my mom owns. Mm-hmm. So I got that job, and I started out just doing bookkeeping and admin tasks. So I mm-hmm. did some filing and bank reconciliations, things like that. And then before I graduated, I took on a new role, and I took on 9 local clients, and we offered marketing services to them, which was really cool. We did like branding, website creation, and like a website refresh for them, mm-hmm. some advertising and general strategy. Mm-hmm. And then for Vespertine, my story with them, I heard about this exciting new business that was opening up in my hometown, mm-hmm. and I reached out with the intention of just being an intern. And at the time, I was still a student, so I just wanted to kind of like get some experience, get my name out there, and I also wasn't fully confident in what I could offer as a marketer. And I also want to say that my experience at IMC really helped shape a role for me in the business, and it secured me a paid position in the end.
Yeah, super cool. Were there any maybe other classes that you remember from the marketing program that maybe helped you with your current job, or maybe just helped you as a whole in your career? Or
I think the digital marketing class as well, even though I said that the specific SEO stuff we learned didn't really apply, but just kind of that general knowledge was both interesting and it applied, just to learn about it. I think 381 and 382 were foundational, very hard, but it really, I think the statistics actually, it really stuck with me, and I use some of that knowledge now still, also in my psychology research, but too with like analytics and things that I'm working on, so
That's super cool. I guess sort of maybe looking into the future, right now you're currently working for these local smaller businesses. What would be your ideal position, or maybe a dream job, or a place you would like to work at?
Well, I actually hope to own my own business one day. I was really inspired by these powerful and hard-working women that I work for, and I want to follow in their footsteps. So I think just owning my own business would be a really cool thing someday.
Is it a specific kind of business that you're interested in, or marketing or non-marketing?
I don't know. I think could be not marketing related, but I think my marketing background will really give me like a leg up there because I understand the business components of it, but then also, like the creative work that I've done will really help, I think, with the branding, like creating a brand, basically.
Yeah, no, I've seen your work. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Feel like you definitely could, even if you were to just sell like products like skincare, I think, and stuff like that. Like you could definitely still use those skills and market them. How has the marketing program helped you reach your current, like your goals or your current position in your work?
Yeah, I think again, just those real world experiences definitely got me the experience that I needed to work the positions I have now. And then I think maybe when I'm in a place where I'm ready to start a business, I'd like to think that I could use the marketing department as a resource. Like maybe I could, reach out to alumni or like old professors, things like that. I know I've utilized a few professors to when I had questions about work stuff, and so that's been great.
That's super cool. That's super cool that you're still able to feel like you can reach out and ask for help and get help.
Yeah.
Even now, even though you're not a student here anymore. And to kind of wrap it all up, are there any sort of tips or advice you would give to future marketers here in the program?
Yeah, I think something that really helped me in my career journey was that I looked for opportunities that aligned with my interests and values and beliefs, things like that. And one thing, like I said, I really believe in is supporting women-owned businesses and who also serve women. So my two jobs kind of reflect that. And I think being passionate about who you're helping as a marketer can really help you find value in your work, which I think is a really good thing to strive for. And I've found success doing that. And it was also important in my case, I think, that I was involved in my community and that I made the first move. So I think another tip would be don't be afraid to reach out first and introduce yourself to someone you want to work for, and also be confident in your abilities. I think that you have a lot of knowledge and experience to offer as a young marketer, probably more than you think. So.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for taking your time, and thank you so much for answering our questions. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, thank you for having me today.